Hey guys, so in today's Mani Monday episode, I'm going to be sharing how to create this super cute and trendy floral nail design using dip powder and nail polish. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so I'm starting off with my clean and prep natural nails, and I'm going to go in with a thin layer of my Dip Well Bond liquid, and this is going to dehydrate the surface and prep it for the dip application. Then I'm going to follow that with a thin layer of my Mani Boss Peel Off Base Coat, and this is going to allow for a super easy pop-off removal. So I'm applying a nice thin layer of this to all of my nails, and then letting it dry completely before moving on. For my dip application, I will be using my Panda Dip's base liquid, and I will be featuring one of these shades released on 420 from Dipwell. This first one is CL72, here is CL73, and then here is CL74, and I actually used the lightest shade out of the three. And here they are swatched next to each other so you can see what they look like. And I know I'm getting quite late to this review. I just didn't have the time to film this video, but I definitely wanted to feature some of these shades because they were super cute, and the package that they sent them in was so adorable. It came with a really fun candle which smells amazing, as well as these shades and a lighter, so I thought I would just mention that really quick. But anyway, I'm going to get started with my application here, and I'm just doing my standard dip application routine, which is applying a thin layer of base to my nail, dipping into the powder, and tapping off any excess. And I repeated this on all of my nails for a total of 3 coats to build up the opacity. And I would honestly say that this color was fully opaque in 2 coats. However, I wanted a little bit more thickness on my nails, so I did add a 3rd coat, and it sort of just evened out the color on the nail and made it look really nice, so that is what I did. And obviously you guys know by now I do really like the Dipwell formula. This powder was super buttery and easy to work with, and overall I had no issues with applying this color, so I would recommend checking these ones out. And as always, I will link everything used in this video in my description. So here I'm just working on that 2nd coat of color, and then of course I will go in with a 3rd coat after this. And since this is my pretty regular dip application routine, I will let you guys watch me and then I will come back for the next step. Alright, so after all of the colored powder layers are on, I'm going to clear encapsulate using Shamelessly Clear from Shameless Nails. And this is a super amazing clear powder. I definitely recommend it. And I've been using it in some of my recent manicures, and I really find that it doesn't cloud up that color underneath or leave any grainy pieces, which is exactly what I want to see. So I'm just going to apply another thin layer of base, dip into the clear, and tap off any excess to protect that color underneath from filing. And now that all of the powder layers are complete, I'm going to go ahead and activate using my Panda Dip's activator. And I applied 2 generous layers of this to all of my nails to harden up the powder and make it ready for filing. And then after letting that sit on the nails for about 2 minutes or so, I went ahead and filed off camera to fully shape and smooth out those nails. And now I'm going to be sealing in my dip color with my Nail Addict No White top coat. And since I'm going to be doing nail art, I wanted to apply a gel top coat over the dip first, just because I find it's easier to do detail work over a gel top coat. So I'm doing that here. I'm just applying a nice thin layer and then curing for 30 seconds once I'm happy with the application. Alright, and here are the two polishes I'm using for the flowers. We have Not Milky White from Hollow Taco and WFK from Olive and June. And I will also be using a small dotting tool to create these little flowers. So I'm starting with this darker sort of olivey moss green, and I'm going to be using this to create the petals. So I'm basically just making a cluster of 5 dots, and that's going to be the flower. And honestly, these don't have to be super perfect. I sped this clip up just because it was taking a little bit longer and I didn't want you guys to sit through the whole thing. But I'm basically just making sort of imperfect little flower shapes all over my nails. And I tried to do 2 or 3 complete flowers, and then I filled in any of the excess gaps with sort of half flowers just to fill up that empty space. And I'm repeating this on all of my nails. And you can totally tailor this to your liking depending on how many flowers you want on your nails and how spread out you want them to be, so definitely keep that in mind. I wanted most of the nail to be covered, so I'm putting them relatively close together. But anyway, I'm just going to keep doing this process to my liking to get the desired effect. So I will let you guys watch me finish up, and then I will be back for the next step. So now I'm taking that white polish and putting it out on the cap as well, and I'm going to take that same dotting tool and place a white dot in the center of each flower, and I think this really just accentuates the flowers and adds a little bit more detail. And the white, dark green, and lighter green dip color looks so nice together, and I think this color combo really screams spring. And of course, after letting the nail polish completely dry, I'm going to seal it in with another layer of gel top coat and then cure for 30 seconds. And you really want to make sure that nail polish is fully dry so it's not wet when you apply the top coat. Otherwise, you can sort of end up with some wrinkles or bubbles, and that's just not what you want. So either use gel polish, which you can cure the design right away and not have to worry about that, or just let the regular polish dry fully before going on with this step. And after I've cured the nails fully, I'm going to rehydrate my skin and nails using my Happy Cuticle Co. oil. And here is the finished manicure I was able to create using the Dipwell powders and some easy nail art. So I really enjoyed how these nails turned out. I think they are super trendy and really cute for spring, and they were very easy to create. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Mani Monday episode. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one.